Ahead on DC News Now at 4, country music legend and Hollywood star and a generational icon, Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. We look back at her life and impact on generations.
1,300 immigrants arrested in an operation across Maryland and Virginia. How governors from both states are responding.
It's back to school in Montgomery County, why district leaders say they are optimistic about the new school year despite budget cuts and constraints.
And another beautiful day, but the humidity is making a comeback. Meteorologist Damon Matson will let you know how muggy it will feel. We start with breaking news at 4. Country music legend, Hollywood star, and generational talent Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall. The news comes after she recently missed the opening of a new ride at Dollywood because of ongoing health issues. And also a rescheduled Las Vegas residency also was canceled due to what she called health challenges. Dolly Parton rose from humble beginnings in Tennessee to earn the unofficial title of Queen of Country Music. She wrote more than 3,000 songs over the course of her half-century-plus career, from Jolene to 9 to 5. Her songs became part of the American soundtrack. Dolly Parton won 11 Grammys and is a member of both the Country and Rock and Roll Hall of Fames. She was also one of the country's most beloved philanthropists. Her family says that she died peacefully at her home in Nashville, Tennessee.
Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all. She will always love you.
And Dolly Parton's library program has gifted more than 300 million books to children around the country and around the world, including right here in the D.C. area. In other news, 3 victims involved in a multi-car crash in Prince George's County, forcing the shutdown of Robert S. Crane Highway. The southbound lanes have just been reopened. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is live in Brandywine with what we're learning about the crash. Liberty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark. Well, right now we know that this crash left at least 2 victims in critical condition at this hour. But take a look. This is McKendree Road and Robert S. Crane Highway. Traffic is finally moving here after officers just reopened the southbound lanes. But this was a scene for hours earlier this morning when many drivers were essentially stuck as officers worked to clear the crash site. Maryland State Police say just before 10:30 this morning, officers responded to Route 301 at McKendree Road for a crash involving 3 cars. They say a Toyota Camry was traveling northbound in the southbound lanes and then hit a Dodge van. After that, it crashed head-on into a Toyota Sienna. Now, they say the driver of the Camry and the driver of the Sienna were both rushed to the hospital by ambulance. Officers say no injuries, though, were reported for the Dodge van.
Prayer is a necessary element. The inconvenience in traffic is cool. Everything that we go through from an inconvenience standpoint, we have to look at the bigger picture. People are complaining about being in traffic, but what about the individuals that were hurt?
So many drivers especially just expressing their well wishes to those victims recovering at the hospital. But coming up in the next hour, hear from a woman who said she just lives right down the street, describe how it took her a half hour just to get here. For now, live here in Brandywine, Maryland, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you. New this afternoon, ICE announcing the arrest of more than 1,300 immigrants in the U.S. illegally across Virginia and Maryland earlier this month as part of what they're calling Operation Safe Community. Washington, D.C. DHS says that the operation arrested sexual assailants, kidnappers, drunk drivers, robbers, and gang members, but not everyone had non-immigration related criminal charges against them. DC News Now's Randy Bass has more details on the arrest and response from Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger. She joins us live in Arlington. Randy, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. Of the 1,300 immigrants arrested in this operation across Virginia and Maryland, ICE says 400 of them had either convictions or pending criminal charges here in the United States, including members of the 18th Street Gang, members of MS-13, and members of the Tren de Aragua Gang. ICE sharing these photos of some of those arrests made across Maryland and Virginia in recent weeks, saying the operation went from August 1st through August 14th, netting 1,328 arrests with a focus on the D.C. suburbs, where they say sanctuary policies are in place. 400 of them, again, were convicted or facing charges here, but almost 1,000 of those arrested had not been convicted of crimes or faced additional charges at the time of their recent arrests. ICE says some of the immigrants picked up had charges or convictions for sexual battery, kidnapping, driving while intoxicated, hit and run, identity theft, robbery, along with arrests for murder, attempted murder, and rape. Today, we're hearing from Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger for the first time since this massive operation was announced. She says their intention is to create fear, not follow the law.
We have seen across the country and in parts of Virginia is an aggressive effort to make arbitrary quotas detain and terrorize immigrant families. To be very clear, if there is someone who has committed a crime, whether they have legal status or not, they should be arrested and they should be prosecuted.
And coming up on DC News Now at 5, we're hearing more from Maryland Governor Wes Moore and from a public safety watchdog in Fairfax County. You can also read more about some of the specific details of some of those ICE arrests on our website at dcnewsnow.com. In Arlington, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. And new this afternoon, a behind the scenes look at the tracks in the First Street Tunnel in D.C. As we first told you last night, Amtrak is getting ready to renovate these tracks. Because of that, passengers will see delays and reduced service from October 16th to the 26th. And the tunnel carries trains from Union Station down into Virginia. Amtrak says the infrastructure that you see here on your screen is outdated and needs to be replaced. Now, they say repairs are much needed because of how busy the tunnel gets.
So it's not just the trains that are going through, it's also how we're making up the trains. This interlocking sees almost double or triple the amount of use compared to a normal interlocking because of those head-end changes in our operation.
Once the work is done, Amtrak says passengers will experience fewer delays and more on-time trains. Let's head over to meteorologist Damon Matson with a first look at our forecast. Damon, 2 nice days in a row. I'm loving this week.
I know, Mark. I am too. Could we get lucky enough to have 3 in a row? I don't think anybody would complain.
You tell me.
Hey, it looks like we will be trending back toward a more August-like feel. So this setup that we had earlier this morning, once again, it's not going to be common moving forward. But what a crisp start to the day. Again, we were down into the mid-60s, 64 to be exact in D.C. We had some slightly warmer temps along the Chesapeake, but many of us west of the city started out in the 50s this morning. So what a beautiful beginning to the day. And now we've rolled that into another warmer, but still very comfortable afternoon. It's just 81 degrees in the district. And have just a few upper 70s to the north and west, but many more of us are into the at least low 80s at this point here on this Tuesday. So clear skies, low humidity, that will continue to be the trend as we roll on into the start of the night. Now, it is likely to cool back down a decent bit as we head through your Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning, but it won't feel quite as crisp because that humidity is slowly going to start to tick back up. We'll talk about how muggy it's going to get for your Wednesday and Thursday, and if we still have rain chances in play on Thursday as well, coming up in your full forecast here in just a bit.
What a reception. It's back to school for students in Montgomery County today. Nearly 160,000 students returned to the classroom. While the first day is filled with energy and excitement, the year does start amid concerns of budget constraints and a tough economic landscape. DC News Now's Mariel Carbone live in Rockville. Mariel, how are these issues impacting the classroom?
Well, Mark, across the district, several hundred positions were cut going into this school year as the school board grappled with a $36 million budget gap. Now, despite that, teachers and staff, they are excited to have students back in the classroom and getting back to work. Now, today, those district leaders, they started their day, as you saw in that video, at Blake High School in Colesville, welcoming students back with a full band performance. That is where we spoke to the superintendent, Thomas Taylor, just 2 months ago, the school board, it approved a $3.7 billion budget and closed that $36 million budget gap. But to do that, 415 positions were eliminated across the board. Some were vacant positions. Others included social workers and student advocates. Now, we asked him about this and how he plans to ensure students are getting the mental health resources they need. Take a listen.
We're a school system that has declining enrollment, so we reduced proportionally to that declining enrollment. We worked hard this summer to make sure that every student has access to mental health supports. This year, you're going to see us have a really concerted effort to making sure that our students become aware of those supports.
And now another concern within the district is deferred maintenance or delayed repairs to school buildings. A district report that came out last week shows that there is $3 billion in deferred maintenance right now within the school district. So that is a concern moving forward. But again, the administrators we spoke to, they are feeling optimistic. You'll hear more from them coming up at 5 o'clock, Mark.
Marielle, before we let you go, what areas are teachers hoping to improve in the classroom?
Yeah, there's going to be a big focus on improving math and literacy scores. Those have already seen improvements. So some of the teachers, administrators we spoke to want to see that continued. They say that is really what helps make these students successful as they go into the real world after school.
Marielle Carbone live in Rockville, Maryland. Thank you so very much. Meanwhile, students in Prince George's County, Maryland returned to the classroom today. DC News Now stopped by the William Wirt Middle School in Riverdale, where a new fresh lunch salad bar pilot program started this year. The program will help expand on nutritious meals and give students more options. Superintendent for Prince George's County Schools, Dr. Sean Joseph, says that this program will help students throughout the school day.
Yeah, you know, look, we know in predominantly black and brown communities, we see elevated issues of diabetes and other preventative health issues. So for us, it's really important as we think about educating the whole child to get kids understanding the quality of food matters.
And more than 130,000 students returned to the classrooms across Prince George's County today. Well, Arlington Public Schools could soon give students more reasons to take an excused absence. The school board is expected to add 3 new categories to comply with state law. That includes up to 5 days for students visiting a family member on active duty, powwow attendance for Native American students, and up to 5 days for 4-H educational activities. The board will also vote on the changes Thursday ahead of the start of the school on August 31st. Well, an increase in test scores in the Commonwealth. Virginia students seeing modest gains in both math and reading in standardized testing. Now, scores went up by 0.4% for both subjects, and these tests are for kids from 3rd through 8th grade. Since the pandemic, reading scores have gone up by 5%, and math scores have jumped by 19% in the Commonwealth.